Hello, my name is Kimmy, but of course, those of you in the audience no doubt already know that because you are actually my family. Well, let's just start by saying that I appreciate you all being here today, and today's subject matter is a serious issue. But it's an issue I deeply care about. It's about depression. I know what you're thinking. This is going to be like a PSA for mental health, and it's going to get uncomfortable. And that train of thought is exactly the problem. While mental health is a hot button issue in our society, it's often treated with stigma and disregard. And depression is no exception. We, as a group of people, not wanting to have this difficult discussion is what makes the problem even worse. It's an alarming fact when you consider that depression is also a growing problem. According to the World Health Organization, depression is common and is a growing mental disorder. It's set to become the main cause of disability, the second leading in overall health problems by 2020. And depression in students, specifically young adults, it's the second leading cause in death in young people. So this unwillingness to hold this conversation is a serious detriment for you and for those around you. Because the truth of the matter is, we don't think of mental health with nearly enough importance as we should. So, what do we do to address this? How do we combat this difficult issue? Well, studies have shown that the root cause of most depressions are within individuals in a troubling home environment, or are with people who are in a trying transitional period in their lives. Many cases of depressions involve individuals dealing with grief due to some event, or individuals feeling trapped in a situation, or even individuals who have low self-esteem and are simply feeling inept and unwanted. People suffering from depression often become very good at pretending like there's no problem so that they can fit in, keep up the facade of a life they feel others want to see, rather than what is reality. And they fear ostracization. They feel ashamed, even if they feel like they're a burden to others around them. Reasons like these keep them from actively professing their feelings and say how they really feel. And we all know what happens when we keep emotions bottled up for way too long. They all bundle together and lead to an even bigger problem. This can eventually lead to an individual using dangerous coping mechanisms like self-harm, bulimia. Later on, it progresses to suicidal thoughts. In these cases, more often than not, people in these individuals' lives are blatantly unaware of the inner turmoil. And yet, if their loved ones do become actively involved in trying to communicate and talk to them, it would help the individuals cope with depression in a much more healthy and constructive manner. Studies have shown that services like group therapy and suicide hotline preventions greatly prevent death in depressive individuals. So it was seen the solution lies within us all to actively communicate with the people in our lives, putting in the effort to understand their mental well-being, and trying to be aware of what we do and say so as not to negatively impact them in their lives. Yet, so many of us can't make the time or effort to put the mental well-being of the loved ones ahead of our busy schedules. We simply are too content to be blissfully unaware. But then again, granted, oftentimes our busy lives are out of our control. But then perhaps the real question is, what are our priorities as a society, as an individual, as a family member, as a loved one? I would like to take this moment again to thank you for listening to what I have to say, and I hope you'll learned something today about depression and mental health and the role you play as a person regarding